All right, you guys better get your coffee for this one. Cheers, by the way, because the European stock market is tanking right now. Yes, and this will probably bleed into the U.S. market tomorrow, which I'm sure you all have heard the news by now. President Donald Trump is threatening another 10% tariff on 8 European countries as he's trying to take over Greenland. Yes, you heard that right. So cheers, get your coffee. You're going to need it. We're going to break down the European markets quickly in this video, go over the news from the weekend, and I want to go over just in general the charts, what I'm looking to do. So guys, cheers, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon, do all that good stuff. We're posting the portfolio updates every single week, twice a week, and there's a private Discord. So if you guys want to see how I'm investing in these crazy times, that's linked down below, also pinned in the comments. So right now, the U.S. market, again, is closed, but the European market is not. Let me actually pull this up and show you guys what is going on. And before we dive into this article, let me show you some of the key indexes in Europe. We have the DAX, right? The DAX Performance Index, as of right now, is down 1.3%. And this is, for those that don't know, let me zoom in here and show you guys. The DAX is a stock market index consisting of the 40 major German blue chip companies trading on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. So that's down over 1.3%. And I think that's actually the one that's down the least out of the three that we're going to cover. The CAC 40 is currently down 1.8%, right? So CAC 40 not looking pretty. And this is a benchmark French stock market index. The index represents a capitalization weighted structure, or measure rather, of the 40 most significant stocks among the 100 largest market caps on the Euronext Paris, right? And look at the Euro Stocks 50, guys. This is also down a decent chunk, 1.7% today. We can see down over 100 points. And this is a stock index of Eurozone stocks designed by Stocks, STOXX. And that's an index provider owned by the Deutsche Börse Group, right? And the index is composed of 50 stocks from 11 countries in the Eurozone. So I guess this is the most broad of the ones that we've covered. Again, this is 50 stocks from 11 countries in the Eurozone. The Euro Stocks 50 represents Eurozone blue chip companies considered as leaders in their respective sectors. And it looks like the market cap as of August 2023 of the Euro Stocks 50 was roughly 4 trillion, just over 4 trillion euros. I'm assuming, yeah, that's gone up since then, right? So, yeah, the European market, man, is getting nailed. And I saw a lot of stocks over there that are also in the United States not looking too pretty. So yeah, at this point, guys, expect this to bleed over into the US market tomorrow, as I don't think this is going to be a one-day drop or a one-day shock to the European market and then it rebounds in the US tomorrow. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. I feel like we might get a couple of days of volatility here, some red. And are we going to crash like April? No, I'm not calling for that. I don't think that's going to happen. So for those that are saying, oh, Stas, so we're going to crash like April, 20, 30% drop, whatever it was, I don't think so. Sure, we could go down a couple points, couple percentage points, but that's pretty much it. I think this is clearly just a shock reaction to what we got over the weekend, and we'll see. I don't think it's going to bleed down like it did a year ago. Maybe it does, though. Who knows? So for those that maybe don't know or maybe you missed the news, let's do a quick refresher here. So over the weekend, we got news that President Donald Trump vowed to slap tariffs on 8 European nations until the U.S. is allowed to buy Greenland, right? Yes, injecting fresh trade uncertainty as stocks slid and the dollar broadly weakened. Trump said he would impose an additional 10% import tariff from February 1st on goods from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Finland, and Britain, right? Which will rise to 25% on June 1st if no deal is reached. So essentially, guys, President Donald Trump is threatening, almost, trying to, I guess, extort in a way. I don't know how else you could put this, but he's saying, look, if you don't let the United States buy Greenland, look, we're gonna raise the tariffs to 25%, right, by June 1st if there's no deal, and it's 10%, an additional 10% on top of what's already there from February 1st, which is coming up soon here. So, yeah, I mean that's the reality. President Trump, the United States, agree with it, don't agree with it. They're trying to strong arm. We're seeing it with Venezuela. We're seeing it now with Greenland, right? Trying to, I guess, increase world power, world dominance. Do I necessarily agree with the way that they're, how we're going by it, the United States? Not really. I think I said this with Venezuela. It sets a precedent around the world that we can just go, or stronger nations can just go to weaker nations and be like, listen, we're taking over, we're kidnapping, or we're capturing, whatever you want to call it. We're getting this leader and we're going to take over your operations, essentially, is what's going on here with the U.S. and oil. And it's setting a precedent, right, that I don't know if I necessarily like, because think about it. Now, China, Russia, they might do something similar to what the United States did with Venezuela. As we all know, Venezuela has the most oil reserves in the world. Clearly, we're trying to build, we're trying to regain oil dominance around the world. So what if China's like, screw it, we're just going to go to Taiwan now? Russia, oh, we're going to, just go to Ukraine. I don't know. We're just thinking out loud here. So I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the, kind of the way that things are being gone, or things are being approached, or how we're going by these things. But it is what it is. Agree with it, don't agree with it. It's happening. This is what's going on a global scale right now. And yeah, we're going to see potentially an additional 10% import tariffs on Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, Netherlands, Finland, Britain. And that's going to rise to 25% by the 1st of June, which I don't know. If we make it there, I don't know. Will it get the 25% by June? Do we have a deal by then? Probably we'll have a deal by then. That's 5-6 months. Does the U.S. buy Greenland? I don't know. Does it go through? Is it allowed? I mean, guys, we'll see. But this is what's happening right now on a global scale, and the market doesn't like it. Uncertainty is what the market hates, right? And this is what is causing a lot of uncertainty right now. So if we come down a little bit here, it looks like the euro touches fresh 7-week lows in early trade on Greenland worries. So the euro's tanking. I'm pretty sure gold and silver, last I checked, those are going up. So what else is new? That's been the narrative. That's been the story. So if we come down here a little bit more, anything else in this article that I really want to touch upon? I mean, I guess we didn't really go through much of this article, but it looks like here the dollar weakens, or weakness rather, lifted the safe haven yen and Swiss franc. Looks like Bitcoin fell nearly 3%. Yeah, Bitcoin slipping down 92.6. It's tanking as I'm making this video, guys. And it looks like here, I wanted to talk more about Greenland, but I guess we did talk a little bit about it. The precedent it sets, I guess, with Venezuela. But yeah, it looks like the dispute over Greenland is just one hotspot. Trump also weighed intervening in Iran, which, oh my God, that's another topic. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, this is, again, what's going on this weekend, guys. We're not going to get too deep into it, but it's causing the European market to tank. The Asian market's down as well, not as much as the European market, at least as of now, based on, the time. What time is it now? 12:45 p.m. So yeah, expect this to bleed into the U.S. market tomorrow. We'll see how the futures look tonight. Let's see. How is gold looking now? Silver. Actually, no, the futures are open now. So, yeah, that's right. Duh. Futures are down here in the U.S. We are not looking pretty here, guys. So we're down 0.9% on the S&P, mini S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, E-mini NASDAQ 100 down 1.1%. Looks like here, Dow futures. Where are you, Dow futures? Not here. Same with the Russell. Do these just magically disappear off the watch list, guys? Looks like the Dow futures are down 0.8%. So, yeah, not as bad as the European market. Obviously, the tariffs are going on the onto these European countries. So it makes sense the European market's getting hit more. But yeah, US market's still getting hit. Volatility around the globe, man. Uncertainty. Volatility's kicking up. The VIX is up. A good chunk right now. Silver's up 7%. Oh my goodness, man. I didn't realize it was up 7%. My goodness, man. It continues to go up. We're pushing almost $100 an ounce at this point. So, yeah, take that for what you will, guys. Get ready, buckle up, volatility ahead. And I guess that's perfect, right? Because in the beginning of every week, we're buying stocks. I know I'm buying stocks in the Patreon portfolio. We're investing $1,000 a week right now. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for red because that means, well, more deals, more opportunities, and I like that. I like that. I don't know about you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. And again, I don't think this is going to lead to a massive crash. I think maybe a little pullback, but that's pretty much it. Join the Patreon. I'll see you guys in there for the Patreon portfolio updates, my private Discord, plus more. That's linked down below, also pinned in the comments. With that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.